Optimized Klaviyo flows are one of the most important aspects in implementing a successful email marketing strategy. And if you're running your email campaigns without these automated flows in the back end, you're literally leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table. And how do I know? Because in the last 6 months, I've helped multiple 7-figure e-com brands generate over $500,000 in revenue. So in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Klaviyo automated flows, all from why you should even set them up in the first place, which flows to focus on, what should be in each flow, and at what stage of the customer journey each flow targets. I'm going to be giving you the full flow strategy that I use with my clients that you can use for your brand as well. Let's get into it. All right, so first, what are email flows? Why do they even matter? Email flows are automated sequences of emails that get triggered by specific actions that your customers take on your website or that they don't take on your website. You can think of them as a way to deliver the right message at the right time, which is going to help you nurture new relationships, recover lost revenue, and strengthen loyalty with your brand. By targeting these people at key points in their journey, such as signing up for your email list, browsing on your website, or making a purchase, these flows are proven to drive additional revenue for your brand and boost engagement with your brand. So, let's talk about the LTV to CAC ratio, the metric that builds or breaks your brand. It shows exactly how much value you earn from a customer versus how much it costs to acquire that customer. And most brands obsess over lowering their cost of acquisition, but the highest leverage point for long-term growth is actually in increasing your lifetime value. And email marketing is the most efficient way to do that. So, how does email marketing increase the lifetime value? It drives repeat purchases through flows like the post-purchase flow, the win-back flow, the replenishment reminder, and then also the VIP flow, and makes sure customers don't just buy once, but they buy again and again. And it's also a great opportunity to increase your average order value. So we use emails inside of the flows to upsell premium products, cross-sell complementary items, offer bundles or maybe free shipping thresholds that boost the average order value. It's also a great chance to build long-term loyalty with your customers. Your emails in their inbox keep your brand top of mind, and by sending personalized emails, maybe exclusive VIP perks or helpful content that's specific to the product that they purchase, you're going to build trust with your customers over time. So how does email marketing reduce your cost of acquisition? Is it converts leads without ongoing ad spend. So once someone joins your list, you can nurture them through welcome series and educational campaigns without any extra cost. And it also spreads your cost of acquisition across multiple touch points. So instead of just having to send a bunch of retargeting ads to convert someone, if somebody clicks on an ad but doesn't buy, your welcome flow can still convert them later on. And that's going to stretch your cost of acquisition across multiple touch points, so that your ad spend goes just a little bit further. Now, it also reduces your dependency on paid ads. So you're no longer relying 100% on Meta or Google ads to make sales, which who doesn't want to reduce ad dependency, right? Now, let's get into the actual strategy. But before we do, I want to talk about all of these flows are completely automated. So technically, you could set it and forget it, and these flows will work for you 24/7 to drive revenue, engagement, and loyalty. But if you want these flows to perform as good as they possibly can, you want these to be the best performing flows ever, it's going to take a lot of A/B testing to make sure that they're fully optimized. And I recommend at least one A/B test a week. Ideally, you do somewhere between 1 to 3 A/B tests per week in the flows. Now, I know you might be busy and you don't have the time to do that. So if you want a team to come in and take care of optimizing your flows for you, I'll leave a link in the description where you can talk with me and we can talk about optimizing your flows for you. And all of these strategies that I'm about to show you are also backed by data and best practices that we've seen working with our clients that's delivered the best results for them. So let's get straight into the actual strategy. So first, the most important flow, the welcome series. This is your chance to make a great first impression when somebody signs up for your email list. This is your chance to build trust with them, showcase all the unique selling points of your brand, and then drive that first purchase. So the trigger on this is when somebody subscribes to your email list, And this is also a good chance to capture high intent to purchase during the honeymoon phase and build trust. So let's look at the actual outline of this. Cool. So the trigger when somebody subscribes to your email list, you can see the flow filter here for when you're actually building it inside of Klaviyo. I'll have this in the red box on all of these outlines, so you can take that if you need it. But email 1, we start with a strong introduction. We deliver the incentive or whatever discount you've given them, and you give a quick brand overview, bestseller spotlight with individual call to action buttons on each bestseller, and then a clear call to action to end off the email. And that's all you really need for email 1. You don't want to make it too long. You just want to be able to capture that traffic right away. And I can show you a few examples of what this looks like. So here's 2 separate emails that follow good frameworks for this welcome email. You deliver the discount high up in the email, talk a little bit about why you should choose our brand, and then give best sellers. So what this email does better than this one is all the best sellers have the call to action button like I talked about, but then they both give a final call to action reminding the reader of their discount. So those are good frameworks that you could follow there. Now, a day later, if you want to split it by a conditional split by if somebody opened that first email or not. And if they haven't, you can resend email 1, but just make sure you change the subject line in the preview text so that it doesn't like send with the same one. It'll just send it on top of each other, like in the same email thread. So make sure you change that. But if they did open it, you can move on to email 2, which is where you send them product education, key benefits of your products, showcase your top sellers, and then add social proof. So this is going to look a little bit different depending on how many items you have, on your website. But if you just have like a few items and you can talk about the key benefits of those items, that's perfect. Otherwise, you can be a little bit more broad with it if you have a whole wide variety of products. Now, email 3, 2 days later, is where you're going to share a little bit more about the brand story, the founding mission, and you want to put a face to the name. People like buying from people, so if you can put an image of the founder's face or just maybe an image of the team behind your brand, you're going to be able to connect more emotionally with the customers, and you're going to build a little bit more brand loyalty by doing so. Now, the next email also builds some loyalty. So you're going to send a text-based email from the founder, and you want it to sound like a genuine text-based check-in, just a one-on-one email. You want it to look like it's from the founder straight to the person receiving the email. And you can just be like, how's your journey been so far? How can I help point you in the right direction, kind of thing. And again, it's important to make sure that it doesn't look like this is an automated email. You don't want it to be designed or anything like that. You want it to look like it's just a one-on-one email. Now, email 5 is where you want to start creating some urgency with their incentive that you gave them, and then also give them any risk reversals that you might have with your brand. So maybe you have like a 30-day free trial, or like a 30-day money back guarantee. I've seen some brands do a 90-day trial where you can return it and get your money back, and things like that. You want to give any risk reversals you have, and then also just cover customer testimonials in that email. Now, email 6 is a why choose us kind of email. You want to give any key differentiators between your brand and other brands. And you can even make like a kind of a table that gives a brand comparison with your brand, what you do well, and then like say other brands, and then list what they do bad, and just kind of lay out exactly why your brand is better than all of your competitors. Now, email 7, I have almost zero copy in these emails besides just testimonials. So we give testimonials with specific products. So let's say you have like 3 products. You can give a testimonial that's specific to product A, a testimonial that's specific to product B, a testimonial that's specific to product C, and then have shop now buttons for each of those. And that's a great email to throw in there at email number 7. Now, email number 8 is the last chance reminder and a final incentive push. This is, you want to kind of create the feeling that if they don't buy now, that they're missing out on their discount, which they don't want to do. So that's what you do there. And then one day later, you send another personal note from the founder extending this discount maybe for just 24 more hours, and then offer a support channel. So offer, a helping hand if they can't figure out what product they want to go with, if they're unsure on anything, maybe they're not completely sold on your brand yet. So just offer a helping hand. If they, if they listen to that and then they respond to that email, you guys have a chance to kind of go back and forth with them through email to get them to finally make that purchase. So it's a great way to go about it there. And again, with this one, make it the same as the other text-based email. Make it look like it's not designed or anything like that. It's just coming straight from the founder. Okay, next we have site abandonment. So what you'll see with all of these is it's like a funnel. So this is the welcome series at the very top of the funnel when they first encounter your brand. Site abandonment is when they're on the site. Browse abandonment is when they're on our product page. And cart, checkout, purchase. You can see it all just funnels down towards the purchase. So site abandonment is still pretty top of funnel. This triggers when visitors land on your site, but they haven't taken any further action to click on any product pages or anything like that. So this is your chance to recapture visitors who left your site without exploring further, remind them of what they're missing, entice them to return. And the goal is just to push them one step further down the funnel, like I was talking about. So you just want to get them onto a product page. So what you'll do, we do a A/B test on this with a text-based email offering a helping hand versus a designed email giving them more of a collection guide or showcasing some of the best sellers. So that's all this is. It's just one email. That's it. You can test your time delay. Some people I've seen do as little as 20 minutes. Some do 4 hours. Some do 1 hour. Some do 3 hours. So test the time delay. That's definitely a big needle mover that you should test. Now, next, one more step further down the funnel is the browse abandonment. So you want to turn curiosity into action. Nurture these visitors who browse products but didn't take the next step to add to their cart or check out. And the trigger here is when somebody is just on your product page but they haven't added to cart. You want to send them product-specific content personalized to their experience, or which personalizes their experience, and also just build social proof and confidence in you and the product. So we start out with email 1 here, great pick, show them the product that they viewed. Then you want to split it and give them specific product information and highlight information and all the benefits and features of the product they looked at. So, again, product A here, product B here, and then you can keep splitting it based on how many products you have. If you have like 100 products, you probably won't split it individually for each one. You could split it by collection instead. And then email 3 is the same thing. It's still split by which product that they viewed, except for here, you're giving product-specific testimonials and customer success stories. Then we move on to email number 4, which is where you will give them some sort of risk reversal, such as free shipping, money-back guarantee, 90-day trial, etc. Whatever your brand offers, you want to include that here in email 4. And hopefully that will push them over the line to make a purchase before you have to offer a discount to get them across that line. So email 5 is where we introduce the 24-hour only flash discount. And then email 6 is a text-based email from the founder. This is your last chance at the discount. Get it now. And again, just like in the welcome series, make this email look like it's from the founder. Don't make it look designed. It will perform a lot better if they think it's directly from the founder. Now, this keeps bringing me down. Now, abandoned cart and checkout. So it's important to note that you need to have separate triggers for each of these. So some people have their abandoned cart when it's actually an abandoned checkout trigger. And the difference is the abandoned cart trigger is when somebody adds an item to their cart, but leaves before starting the checkout process. And the abandoned checkout is when somebody starts the checkout process but hasn't completed their purchase. So you can see how it's two different triggers, and you need to make sure that you are sending emails for both of them. Otherwise, you're going to be missing out on everybody that adds to their cart. Now, we use the same outline for both of these flows, but there's just separate triggers for them. So first thing that we split in this flow is if we're offering free shipping at a specific dollar amount threshold, we split it by that. Is the order value greater than X dollar amount? If it is, then we would give them free shipping. Great pick. Keep shopping here. And then email 2 reminds them that shipping is on us. If we don't give them free shipping, it's just great pick. Keep shopping here. Email 2, don't leave your item behind. From there, you want to split it just like in the browse abandonment email. Split it by product specific info. Highlight all benefits and features. Again, product A, product B. You can, if you have lots of products, split it by collection instead. And then email 4, product specific testimonials, customer success stories. Then you can rejoin the flow together, where you then build some more urgency, saying that your cart is expiring soon. And that is kind of the last push before we offer the 24-hour flash discount again. And just like in the browse abandonment, make a text-based email from the founder, last chance of the discount. Make it look like it's from the founder. Don't make it designed. Cool. Now on to the post-purchase. So this is your chance to strengthen your relationships with your customers after they've purchased. You want to send them tailored emails that show gratitude, offer product tips, and cross-sell complimentary items. So this trigger is after somebody makes a purchase, placed order. So if this is their first purchase with your brand, you want to send a genuine thank you email for your first purchase. Make sure that you're wording it as their first purchase, and then you can give a light upsell in there as well. Email 2 can be follow us on social media, and then email 3 is how to use whatever product that they bought. So how to care for it, how to, get the most out of it, things like that. And then you can also ask for reviews later on after that. Then if this is their second purchase, you want to give a genuine thank you for making your second purchase. Again, speaking directly to where they're at in their customer journey. And then again, follow us on social media. Make this one just your top social media. Maybe, you're most active on Instagram, or maybe you want to start promoting your YouTube. You can do things like that. And then in case you forgot, here's how to use whatever product they bought. And that's if it's the same product. Otherwise, it would be triggered to whatever product that they bought. And then, and here, this says, again, first purchase, but this is supposed to be if they've made 3 or more purchases. Thank you for making multiple purchases with us. You can give a light upsell and then a reminder for how to use your product. But the key here is just speaking directly to where they're at and being thankful for their purchase. Now we move on to the win back. This is to re-engage inactive subscribers that have bought from you before and bring them back into your ecosystem with compelling incentives and fresh content. So the trigger here is when a customer has made a purchase but then has not engaged with your brand for a specific period of time. So right here we have placed, and then the flow filter is placed order 0 times since starting this flow. So the time delay here is 75 days. You can test making this longer depending on what your product is. But then email 1, just kind of like, we miss you. Here's what's new at our brand. And then email 2 will highlight some unique selling points, give customer testimonials, and if you have any product improvements, add that in there. Email 3 is a special welcome back gift. Introduce a time-sensitive discount, show some best sellers, and create urgency on that discount, saying that it's not going to last long. And then email 4 is its final text-based reminder of the discount, just like we've done with all of the other flows. No design, make it look like it's from the founder. All right, so now the VIP flow. You want to celebrate your most loyal customers. You want to reward your VIPs with exclusive offers, early access, and content that's designed strictly for them. When a customer meets certain criteria, such as spending above a certain amount or making 3 to 5 purchases with your brand, that's when this will be triggered. And email 1 will just be a simple congratulations on becoming a VIP. Tell them about any perks or rewards that they get for becoming a VIP and kind of just what they can expect. And then email 2 is where you're actually going to give their first VIP offer. You can make this like a 10% or 15% off VIP only. Make sure they know that it's a VIP only since they just became a VIP. And then email 3, VIP discount expiring. This can be designed or it can be text-based from the founder. I would test it though and see which one converts best for your brand. Now, the last flow is the sunset flow. You want to streamline your list and improve deliverability and gracefully part ways with unengaged subscribers while giving them a chance to rejoin. So this is triggered when a customer hasn't opened, clicked, or engaged with your emails in an extended period of time. So this is what the flow looks like. It's one email, and it's something like, you've been quiet, ask if they want to stay subscribed, and then the subject line is going to be something that really entices them to open, kind of like, we hate to say goodbye or something like that. And they're going to be like, well, what's going on here? Click on it. If they want to stay subscribed, they can click a button to stay. Otherwise, we're just going to suppress them and clean up the list so that deliverability improves and you don't have to pay for that email any longer. Okay, so that's really all you need to know about automated flows and exactly what outline you should use when you start creating your own automated flows. Now, these flows are super powerful when paired with a high converting pop-up that is sending lots of traffic into these flows. So if you want to learn how to create a Klaviyo pop-up form that converts 8 to 12% of site traffic, click this video right here. Peace.